what the United States did in persecuting me and my family through all that. So when they raided my house with M16 machine guns and sniper rifles, and along with the Crystal police, they were wearing bulletproof vests, and for what? To scare me off, to find something, or they said we were expecting a shootout. Yeah, that's not what they were expecting. That's what they were planning. But you know, they plan and Allah plans, and Allah plans go through, and Allah didn't want their plan to go through, so there was no shooting. Thanks Almighty Allah, the Creator. My children were there, so they endangered my life, they endangered my children's life, they endangered my old father's life, they endangered everybody in that house. They endangered their life at that time, and they are still endangering my children. Another thing, then one of them tells me he gets some kind of a flyer and he wears it in front of my face. He says, "Do you deny that you have stacks of these flyers?" I said, "What? What a flyer? Let me see." Then he showed me a flyer, a photocopy of flyers that were distributed in Chicago. There was a demonstration in support of the Palestinian against the Israeli genocide against the Palestinians. And if you remember that time, that child was in between the arms and the lap of his father when they shot and they killed that child. That's what the Israeli did. I remember his name was Muhammad al-Darra. And at that time there were demonstrations concerning the situation of I think that was before the September 11, right? There were demonstrations in Chicago. Anyhow, so I took my children over there, and I normally go there just to videotape the events. So I was videotaping, my children were with me, and my children came, they asked me if they could distribute these flyers. I said, why not? Go ahead and distribute these flyers. So they were part of the demonstrations. They were over there, my children, just like other people, those peaceful people whom they have empathy and they love peace and they want worldwide peace. They joined the demonstration from many walks of life in Chicago. People represent many walks of life in Chicago. They came and they participated. And my children were distributing these flyers. At the end of the demonstrations, at the end of the event over there, my children told me there are some flyers left over. Can we take them home? I said, oh, why not? We'll take them home. So we took the flyers home. Then my children asked me if they could distribute it, give it to the school. I said, why not? This is protected by the First Amendment right of the Constitution of the United States. If this Constitution is still in action, if it's still active Constitution, but we are going to find out that it's not active anymore. Until even at this moment, it's not active. There's no Constitution. Constitution is written, it's right, it's written good, but it's not active anymore. What you see now is everything is against the Constitution. The Constitution is the Constitution of the United States is the first victim before the 9/11 and after the 9/11 attacks. So this FBI guy, just like he found something against me, I said, do you deny that you have stacks of these flyers in your house? I said, well, what's wrong with these flyers? He said, look at all this violence. I said, yeah, look at all this violence. This violence, that flyer had a picture of children throwing rocks for defense. They are defenseless people, armless people. They want to defend themselves, and one child in front of an Israeli tank with the rock, and the picture of Muhammad al-Darra in the lap of his father behind. He was taking cover, and other picture of the violence of the Israelis against the Palestinians. I said, look at all this violence. I said, yes, look at all this violence. It's paid for by our tax dollars. See, so the Israel, since its inception, it cost the United States, it cost us the American citizen, it's about, that time was $80 billion. I said, the United States government must invest this money in the American people's life. Why should they give this jackpot to the Israelis? I said, if the American government will spend that money, invest this money in the American people, in the United States, for the American people, then your house will be paid for, the other one house will be paid for, and there was one Crystal police with a big belly standing next to me. I said, then your house will be paid for, your car will be paid for, then we'll have no problem. And this money could be used for education, for healthcare, for the American people, and for construction of highways, and all these good things that the USA government could do to the American people. Why should we give it to Israel? Why should we pay every month about $750 for each Israeli? Why do you pay my cousin that much every month? What about the American people? What do the American people get out of that? The American people they are like milking cow. They give the milk, and they don't know where the milk is going. And then one of them told me, so you hate Israel. You don't like Israel. Oh man, you scared me. You got something against me now. Now you want to take me to court to say he hates Israel. He does not like Israel. I told him, look, when you came, you told me that you are FBI. You didn't tell me that you are the Mossad, that Israeli Mossad. Why you are defending the Israelis? Why don't you defend your own people? Then he said nothing. We asked him many questions. When was the last time you were in touch or in contact with an airplane and all these things? All this nonsense, all this garbage thing that comes from the mouth of this so-called government of the United States. This was a counter-terrorism program. What do they have against me? Nothing. I'm an honest person. My record is as clean as a whistle. Okay, and everything is clear in my life, like the dog's eye. So, what's going on? What do they want from me? I didn't know exactly, but that's what happened. And then one of them said, should we go search his house? I said, hold on. Before I said, hold on, right the way the other one. You know the FBI when they come, like Hakel and Rachel, two people. Or like the odd couple, one of them is the nice guy and the other one is the bad dude. So the bad dude said, let's go search his house. Then the one who acts like he's good, he said, no. And at the same time I told him, if you want to search my house, well, today is Sunday. I tell you how to get a search warrant. You could go to the federal government, to the federal court, 219 South Dearborn, and there are always 24 hour emergency magistrate judge. You could get whatever that information that you have and get a search warrant. Come back, I'll be waiting for you. Even I taught them the law. They try to act stupid, but when they see that you know the law, you know your rights, they don't like it. Just like one time, one of the FBI told me, "Oh, you have done your homework." I said, "Sure, I do my homework. I know my rights, and I know what I am doing." Anyhow, so they left. But the aftermath of that, they scared my children. They made me and made my children look bad. My children were persecuted in their school. Our neighbors, they look at us like we are criminals. I mean, come on. We are American citizens, aren't we? My 4 children were born in the USA. I'm a naturalized US citizen. I was before I denounced my US citizenship. My wife is a naturalized American citizen. So don't we have any rights?